wanted to welcome you to our Wholeness Lab, our Celebrate You Wholeness Lab for this month. And I'm so humbled that you've all said yes to this journey, and I'm beyond excited to do this together. So I wanted to lay out some, I hate to call them like ground rules, but just a foundation for our group, because I know that most of us have never met and or met one another within the group. So the neat thing about groups like this is we grow to become a community. And in order for that to happen, we have to kind of, you have to open up a little bit. You have to get a little bit vulnerable. And I want to make sure that this is a safe place for everyone. So first thing is that our group itself is a closed Facebook group. So it's a private group, which means that nobody else can see what we're posting, what we're writing, any pictures that we share. Nobody can see that but the people in the group. And I feel like this is really important because I didn't know anything about Facebook groups before I began this process of coaching. And it's really allowed for me and other people to create safe spaces where we're able to share so much more than if it were to be, way out in the open on our Facebook feed or something like that. Within the group, there are files. So right underneath the cover photo, there's a files tab with all kinds of menus, recipes, a grocery list within that, and then some other additional resources that I thought might be helpful for you, depending on what your goals are and depending on how you see this journey going for you. As you know, for this particular group, the ground rules for you to both stay in the group and for you to be eligible for that guarantee, the money back guarantee, is that you check in with the group every single day. And what I mean by this is post in the group every single day. So share a workout. I like to call it a face or feet selfie. So once you're done with your workout, it's just really nice to be like, I did it. I swear I did it. It felt good. It felt horrible. However, be honest about it. But just share with us that you did your workout. You drank your Shakeology. And even though it's just a silly name for any sort of food, it's so good for you, and it's such a great, again, I'll say, a great foundation for your nutrition and your health. So this is something that I drink every day. We'll share all kinds of recipes, but you want to share your workout, your Shakeology, and that's just the basic ground rule for you to remain in this group, because all of us will be sharing so much and all of us will be growing as a community. And I've found that when people kind of stop checking in, they don't feel like they're part of something anymore, and they feel like they've fallen off their own proverbial wagon. So this isn't like for punishment, it's more for accountability, because that's what you signed up for, is to be in a group where you're held accountable and you're honoring your goals. And this ground rule helps you to do that. It just empowers you to do so. And then anything else, you're 100% welcome to share in the group. So sharing any ahas that you have along the way, any of your frustrations, this is the safe space where you can share that. Any celebrations as well. Oftentimes when we, lose a couple pounds, or we feel like we're gaining confidence in our own skin, we aren't always sure about how to talk to that with the people in our lives who aren't going through a similar journey. So this is a place where you can celebrate without anybody thinking that you're full of yourself or something. So please celebrate anything in here. Frustrations, like I said. And then, if you come across any recipes, if you come across any motivational posts that really mean something to you or hit your heart hard and, break you open and make you want to be a more balanced, aware, present, joyful, nourished individual, share that with us. So I am your coach, and I'm 100% here for you, but these groups really only work if you do. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this group kind of gels together and comes alive. And one other aspect that I'd like to share with you, and this is maybe the most important to me, is that I don't care about perfection. And we're not looking for perfection, especially in this group. And really in any wholeness lab, what we're looking for are honesty. So just being authentic to your own journey, for you to show up for yourself. And sometimes that means saying, I had a horrible weekend. I didn't really pay attention to what my body needed because I was so busy and stressed out doing other things, but I'm back. It's showing up, being real about where you've been, where you are right now, and where you would like to go. And then it's also putting on your oxygen mask first. So we'll talk a lot about self-compassion. And self-compassion is not selfish. It might feel this way at first, but self-compassion is also not necessarily indulgent, and it's not restrictive. So it's right in that balanced place. It's kind of a sweet spot where you're taking a breath. You're taking a breath before your workout. You're taking a breath before you eat, and you're tuning into what you need. So instead of being reactive, you're just being present with what is. So again, presence isn't perfection. Perfection is usually like some ego story. Presence is saying, you know, how am I showing up right now? What do I need? And when you recognize what you need, just giving yourself as much of that as you can. So sometimes I need a 2-hour nap, but that's just not conducive to my lifestyle. So maybe for me, that would be like stretching for 10 minutes. So tuning into what you need and then giving yourself what you can. So as we begin this group, let this be a different experience. Let this not be about counting points, counting calories, you know, being hard on yourself, being overly indulgent. Let yourself play with that sweet spot zone where you feel balanced, you feel satisfied, and you're tuning into when you feel hungry, what you're feeling hungry for. Are you feeling hungry for more love, for more attention, for more sleep, for more food, for more nutrients? When you're feeling overwhelmed, what do you need? You know, so just constantly tuning into you. So to wrap this up, as we're beginning this group, I'd love for you to just share one intention that you're setting for your first 7 days, just the first 7 days of this group, so the first week. What intention are you setting now that, you know, Thanksgiving is over and you're saying yes to day one? What intention do you want to hold for our very first week together? And this could range from anything from getting your workout in every single day. It could be checking in with the group every single day, even though that's a requirement. It could be your intention as well. It could be waking up and saying, I am grateful for. It could be going to bed, taking 10 conscious breaths before you fall asleep. You know, it doesn't have to be anything intense, but what is your intention for days 1 through 7? I'm so grateful to have you in this group, and I'm so grateful really just honored that we get to work together. So I can't wait to hear your intentions. I'll share mine below as well. And welcome, sweet souls. Can't wait to get to know you better.